Susan Eubanks, California. Susan Eubanks shot her 4 young sons, then shot herself in a failed attempt to escape responsibility. The youngest was just 5 years old. This is the tragic story of a mother's darkest betrayal. On October 26, 1999, Susan Eubanks of San Marcos, California, killed her 4 sons with a .38 caliber revolver. The boys, aged between 4 and 14, were all shot in the head, some while playing video games, others asleep in bed. After shooting her children, Susan turned the gun on herself, shooting her stomach in a failed suicide attempt. A 5-year-old nephew was also in the house but was unharmed. Earlier that day, Susan had spent time drinking with her boyfriend, Renee Dodson. The couple argued intensely, and upon arriving home, Susan slashed 2 of Dodson's tires and cut phone lines to isolate the house. Dodson left with Susan's estranged husband, Eric Eubanks, after warning Eric that Susan had threatened to kill herself and the boys. Shortly after, deputies arrived at the home, responding to Eric's call. They found Susan bleeding from her self-inflicted wound and the 3 older boys dead. The youngest son, Matthew, was rushed to the hospital but died the next day. Susan appeared to be a devoted mother, but she was struggling with severe emotional and mental health issues. She had filed for divorce from Eric Eubanks earlier that year and was living with her boyfriend Renee Dodson. Her past included battles with depression and traumatic relationships, compounded by alcohol and prescription drug use. Neighbors described Susan as volatile and anxious, with signs of emotional instability. Her defense argued that she blacked out during the killings due to a diminished mental state caused by her drinking and medication. The tension and failures in her relationships, especially the impending custody battles, were seen as major stress factors. Experts classify Susan's actions as a mix of calculated violence and emotional breakdown. She reloaded her gun multiple times, indicating awareness and intent rather than impulsiveness. Her self-inflicted wound appeared more like a staged attempt to lessen her responsibility. This case highlights how untreated mental illness, substance abuse, and relationship turmoil can combine into a deadly outcome. Susan's act was not just rage. It was a tragic, cold attempt to control a life spiraling out of control. In 1999, Susan Eubanks was convicted of 4 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to death. Her defense team presented her mental health struggles, but the jury ruled her guilty after only 2 hours of deliberation. Due to California's execution moratorium since 2006, she remains on death row at the Central California Women's Facility. Her case remains a somber reminder of the devastating effects of mental illness combined with personal crises.